In 2025, production of a new version of the Akhmat vehicle will begin on a different chassis and with a larger engine. We will produce two versions of the Akhmat vehicle this year. The first is a modified version of the current one on a basic automobile chassis, and the second is a new version on a Mustang chassis, stated Alexander Zakharov, director of the armored vehicle manufacturer. This was reported by TASS. According to Zakharov, the new version of the Akhmat was developed in response to military requests for a more dynamic armored vehicle. Both versions of the car will have reinforced suspension for better handling. Let us recall that the Akhmat armored vehicle, with a 6x6 wheel arrangement, is designed to transport military personnel, cargo, evacuate the wounded, and carry out various combat missions, for which weapons are installed. The armor can withstand hits from shell fragments, mines, and bullets, including those fired by large-caliber machine guns. Manufactured by the Remdiesel plant, the z-sts, Akhmat, is built on a KAMAZ 5356x6 chassis and is notable for its frame-based construction, which allows for interchangeable body types, albeit at a reduced load capacity. While lacking some of the advanced features found in KAMAZ Typhoon vehicles, the z-sts offers relative protection against 7.62mm rounds. Additionally, its V-shaped undercarriage is designed to withstand explosions equivalent to 6 kilograms of TNT, providing occupants with a measure of protection against explosive impacts. The Remdiesel plant has been producing Typhoon-class armored vehicles for several years now. This technique has excellent tactical and technical characteristics and is widely used by the military and law enforcement agencies. However, high performance and potential come at a cost in the form of design complexity and production complexity. All of this influences the cost of finished samples. The XNUMXSTS project aimed to achieve all required characteristics with simple solutions. As a result, it was planned to accelerate development and production preparation, as well as simplify serial equipment production and reduce overall costs. As reported, all of these tasks were completed successfully. The new armored vehicle was built on a serial truck chassis that had adequate mobility and payload capabilities. There were no significant changes to the design. The armored body was designed as a module that could be mounted directly to the chassis frame. The hull's carrier circuit was abandoned due to excessive labor intensity. Simultaneously, the required device composition could be provided. The resulting armored car meets the customer's requirements. In terms of tactical, technical, and operational parameters, it may be inferior to Typhoons or similar developments. However, with reasonable compromises, it was possible to reduce the machine's cost while increasing production speed by 7 to 10 times. The z-sts, Akhmat, is built on a 3-axle all-wheel drive, KAMAZ 5350, chassis. It has high mobility and cross-country characteristics, and its operational complexity is the same. It's interesting that the armored car, unlike the base truck, is built according to the bonnet scheme. This allowed the crew seats to be moved back, increasing their safety. This concept was previously used to develop the patrol armored car. The vehicle's body is made of rolled armor and contains bulletproof glass. Most likely, some design elements were borrowed from serial armored cars. The case's level of protection is declared very high without providing specific indicators. The type of design suggests resistance to rifle bullets, possibly armor piercing, and fragments with comparable energy. The presence of specialized mine protection has not been reported. The crew and troops are housed within the total habitable volume of the hull. 4 seats, including the driver's seat, are arranged in 2 rows, in a car. Another 6 seats are placed along the sides of the aft compartment. The armored car's interior is accessible through 2 pairs of side doors and a stern-hinged door. Because of the chassis' high height, steps were used. Z-sts is capable of carrying weapons. A hatch with a turret for a machine gun or other weapons is provided for installation on the roof. Turret armor shields were installed on some serial armored cars. There is most likely a fundamental possibility of installing additional devices, including full-fledged combat modules. The z-sts armored car is already regarded as one of the most intriguing recent domestic developments in this field. First and foremost, the timing of project development and methods for speeding up design are of interest. It only took a few months from the order and technical specifications to the delivery of dozens of cars. Development was accelerated by making the best use of off-the-shelf components and prior experience. So, instead of individual units, a prefabricated chassis was used, and the hull was constructed using previously mastered solutions. The resulting machine has the desired characteristics but is relatively simple to manufacture. It's curious that the project is based on several compromises, but the designers were able to eliminate their negative impact. Thus, removing the supporting body and using a frame chassis degrades the structure's weight properties and reduces its load capacity. However, the correct choice of base car ensured that performance remained acceptable. The frame chassis increases the machine's overall height while also making it difficult to access the body. These issues were resolved as a result of proper body design and the development of steps under all doors. In terms of ergonomics, the new Akhmat is virtually identical to other armored vehicles of its type. It should be noted that the z-sts project demonstrated the most important capability of our industry. It is capable of not only carrying out the entire cycle of armored vehicle development with all necessary measures. If necessary, businesses can use their accumulated experience and available units to quickly create a new mobilization sample. An armored car of this type can be a useful addition to other equipment that has undergone all of the necessary stages. At the same time, z-sts will be unable to completely replace Typhoons or other vehicles. This is hampered by design and characteristic differences, including those associated with the project's compromised nature, as well as a variety of other factors. Superiority over other vehicles is not required of such an armored car. The main requirement is the ability to produce armored vehicles quickly and in large quantities so that combat units can have the necessary combat and operational capabilities. As a result, the Remdiesel plant's z-sts project creators set an actual record. They received a technical assignment just 6 months ago and have since developed an armored car, put it into production, and delivered dozens of units to the customer. Demonstrating the unique for today's pace of work, Remdiesel's efforts have already resulted in several army and law enforcement units receiving new armored vehicles with high levels of protection and the ability to fire support. Production will continue, and with the help of such technology, the industry will meet a portion of the Army's requirements for protected vehicles. And this process will undoubtedly affect the unit's capabilities while also assisting in the achievement of the current special operations objectives.